Donald Trump is a leader who does not bow to liberals, hence his firm economic policies, including against allies, those who pursue disastrous migration policies or unfairly compete with the United States. After Canada, Mexico and China, the European Union is on the Republicans' target.
The European has abused the United States for years, and they can't do that. And they want to make a deal. Let me tell you, in all cases, they all want to make deals. There's nobody that doesn't want to make deals. They've been abusers, and they want to make deals. So we'll see about that. But we'll have, I think, some very fair. All we want is a fair deal.
The European Commission head has officially announced retaliatory tariffs.
When targeted, unfairly or arbitrarily, the European Union will respond firmly. This weekend, we witnessed how steep tariffs were imposed on Canada and Mexico. Those tariffs raise business costs, they harm workers and consumers, they create unnecessary economic disruption and drive inflation. We do not see much good coming out of this.
But among the Brussels elite, there is a belief that a deal must be made with Trump at all costs, because the United States is a key economic partner for Brussels.
Deal with him, be strong, but being united. I think this is our strength, and being clear that America first doesn't mean America alone, because America needs partner too. And I'm sure we will find positive and constructive solutions.
Trade between the European Union and the United States is worth more than €1.5 trillion, and most of the profits stay in the EU countries, which earn as much as more than €150 billion in profit from partnership with the United States. Americans are importing German cars, French champagne and Dutch agricultural products. This is a blow to a powerful group of interests linked with EU officials and politicians. You could talk about a kind of trade war in the sense that this is a kind of turning point. We haven't had a situation before in history where a group of allied countries imposed tariffs on each other. Donald Trump has promised his countrymen he will rebuild the economy and America's reputation in the world, which has been damaged by the Democrats. Hence, he is ready for a tariff war. But Trump's goal isn't to divide partners with America, but to restore the right balance.
Trump,
entering the presidential election, was aware that the office of president would give him the opportunity to deal with certain issues that are critically important from the point of view of the United States. And critically important is for the United States to maintain its superpower status. For this to happen, it cannot be that the United States is being played by all the countries that are defined as allies or as friends. As for the European Union, the situation is such that this deficit is very clear. Donald Trump has already stated clearly in his first term that it can't be like this, that since you have such a trade surplus, then you have to buy something from us.
Że tak nie może być, że skoro wy macie taką nadwyżkę handlową, to musicie coś od nas kupować.
The first countries threatened by sanctions, Mexico and China, quickly understood this. Almost immediately they entered negotiations with America. They tightened migration policy and are ready to make economic concessions. Therefore, Donald Trump decided to freeze the imposition of tariffs on them, which was received with relief in Mexico and Canada.
President Trump wants to usher in a new golden age for the United States. The better path is to partner with Canada, not to punish us.
Instead, Beijing has chosen a policy of confrontation. China has already announced retaliatory tariffs, 15% on coal and liquefied natural gas imports from the United States in response to Trump's 10% taxes on oil and farm machinery imports from China. The threat of a tariff war is shaking global markets.
President
Trump's announcement of tariffs has shocked markets. The German stock market, for example, lost more than 2%. Investors feel uncertainty and markets are volatile. Much depends on how Brussels behaves, whether it understands its misguided migration policy and whether it is ready to rebuild economic relations with America on a true partnership basis.